Let's start off our day with something wonderful or hear a story about someone being marvelous. Let's make today wonderless. This is the podcast that gives you a daily dose of uplifting, feel good, happy stories from around the world. Welcome to another episode of Wonderlous News. I'm Hoyt Christopher. Let's get right to it. Our first story is Marine vet pledges 22-hour workout to raise awareness for veteran suicides. This is incredible. So this Marine vet, U.S. Marine Corps veteran and Adam Cooper, okay, he decides, he's like, look, we need to make better awareness of what's happening with vets and suicide. Apparently, in 2021, 519 veterans committed suicide. It's incredible. It's awful. So Adam Cooper said, look, we got to do something about this. He was also joined by Army veteran Lowell Coppert. So the two of them hit the gym, and for 22 hours straight, they worked out. Definitely Adam Cooper, Lowell was supporting him and working out a little bit and doing some other, but look, other people joined them. The whole purpose of this, he said, was in order for people to really recognize that there's a problem that we need to solve, like veteran suicides, and getting help to these vets before they do this, I need to do something big. It can't just be a statement. So to create awareness, he's like, I'm going to work out for 22 hours straight, treadmill, weight, whatever it is, right? So he's constantly moving and working out for 22 hours. That's an incredible feat to do. And he did it. Right? So he really helped out. And this is to help with that transition from, being a veteran or being in service, I should say, to go to civilian life. And he said on the news, because he was on a segment of the news, he said, look, a lot of it is that when you get back from serving your country, especially if you're overseas and you're used to a different lifestyle and energy and the camaraderie and the excitement. I mean, I guess excitement and fear. I mean, it's probably both, right? But you've got a weapon, you're on patrol, and you probably end up using your weapon, and in many cases to help out, your comrades and keep them safe as well. So now you go back to civilian life. What does that mean? I mean, are you pushing you're doing a desk job? Are you doing construction? That is just not as exciting. And so that transition is really rough, and it actually brings them a lot of depression. It can bring them to that brink of wanting to commit suicide and take their own life. I love what he's doing. I think we should be more aware of it and promote and donate to a fund like that. So keep an eye out for those opportunities. Good job, Marine vet Cooper. All right, next segment is world's largest dance marathon busts the record and raises $15 million for childhood cancer. I love this. So this has been going on for a long time. So students at Penn State University have now raised over $15 million during their annual 46-hour no sleeping or sitting dance marathon. I thought the segment above 22 hours of working out was tough. 46 hours of no sitting or no sleeping or sitting sounds pretty rough too. It was an all-time record high and will benefit Four Diamonds, a national nonprofit fund that covers 100%, of all medical expenses for families with childhood cancer, okay, at the Penn State Health Children's Hospital. So, but this has been going on for a long time. They said this started decades ago. And every year they do this, and this was just the biggest one that they raised money for. This year, over 707 dancers participated in the organization's iconic dance marathon that began the evening of Friday, February 17th, and went nonstop until 4 p.m. on Sunday. And it operated with over 16,000 student volunteers. So a lot of people really supported this and went into making sure this happened. And then, of course, this dance-a-thon raised $15 million. So go. And childhood cancer, don't even get me started. We'll let that one go. I don't want to see that in my life or anyone else's life. And it's there. And that's why these these fundraisers are so important. So great job, guys. Well, this brings us to another Wonderlous moment of the day, brought to you by our sponsor, Rise by Shaman Angelina. She has an amazing Etsy site with her handmade coastal jewelry. So check out her stuff. Go to the description. There's a link to her site in the description of the show. So check that out. But for now, this is going to feature a video of a snowboarder. I mean, we've gotten a lot of snow lately, so why not get some snowboarding in? Here you go. Man, I haven't been snowboarding yet. And there's tons of snow up there. That makes me want to go. It makes me want to get out there and really just tear it up. Tear it up. I love that. Thank you, Rise by Shaman Angelina. Great little sponsor video and music for us. So hope you enjoyed that as well. Next segment, simple solution to poverty that is changing lives. Now, this one is going to be controversial for you. But it definitely deserves a listen. So here you go. So this group wants to persuade you and I to send cash directly to bank accounts of the world's poorest people. There's billions of people in this world. And there's a lot of money that's available. So what they're saying is, look, these people need help. They need more than just some free food and this and that. They need some money. And when you give someone that is that poor some money, one of the things they said, well, let me read this because it's really interesting. They said, as part of an innovative new donation scheme, Peter, for example, would receive $40 per month for a minimum of 3 years. No paperwork, no request for receipts, no catch of any kind. Just here's some cash transferred straight to your account through a mobile, text message. What? $40 a month. Now, $40 a month is not a lot for many of us here in the States, but in another country, in other parts of the world, this is incredible. And, a lot of skepticism came up like, well, what about, what are they going to do with it? What if they go buy drugs or alcohol or whatever? Like, people that are this poor, that are in this situation, are using it to buy food or clothing or medicine. It goes a long way with them, right? So this isn't something that just gets tossed to the wayside and is used for, extracurricular activities, if you will. It's a great idea, but it does, look, what they said was this. I'll read this. If we want to end extreme poverty in our lifetime, in his opinion, this is the only way that we have a shot at doing it. Adding that direct giving now boasts over 300 peer-reviewed papers in its favor. So a lot of papers, a lot of studies have been doing this and trying to decide, what do we do about extreme poverty and how do we make it better? And this is one way they're doing it. So great story. It's a wonderless idea. Maybe not resonating with everybody, but interesting. So now, time for our wonderless thought, which we're going to springboard off of living wage. That's really what this that story above was, right? And I have a couple of friends that have talked about this, and there's a lot of papers and data being collected on what this would mean and how this would help people and how they could do it. And I'm not going to go too far down that rabbit hole. Let's just think about it like this. There is definitely a huge separation of wealthy and poor, and everyone in the middle is it's just scattered, right? If you're not rich, then you're hopefully in the middle class, which is constantly shrinking as it does, or you're poor. And when you're that poor, where $40 even a month is going to help you, then we need to really look at, we have a lot of resources out there. It's money, it's food, and different countries, the US and other countries alike, have a lot of programs set up to help these extremely poor people. It's just, there's no reason for us to let anyone be that poor or anyone to go hungry or starve. I think that's really the big one, right? Is there's so much food wasted. There's so much food grown. We have plenty of food out there, and we have plenty of money out there. We have excess money everywhere. We have billionaires, guys. We have billionaires, okay? And we have billions of people in this world. I'm going to throw a number at. Let's say we have as many as 9 billion people, right? 9 billion. 9 billion people. I mean, there's billionaires that have hundreds of billions of dollars. To give each person a little bit of money wouldn't break their bank. Is it going to happen? Probably not. But this program and other programs like it, trying to help people not starve, not go hungry, not die of hunger, or have no access to water or medicine, that's what these programs do. And I think we need to constantly look to be supportive of that. A living wage, it's not a popular topic. I don't know. I don't know that data. I just know that in this country, at least in the United States, no one here should be hungry or require clean drinking water or really need enough money to have general medicine so they can live healthy. These things should be available. We should figure out how to do it. And if it's not going to come from the government's pocket, if there's people out there that are generous enough to donate here and there that would do that, like this group is looking at, then right on, right on, right on. Anyways, listen, if you have a Wonderlous story of your own, please share it here, wonderlessnews@gmail.com, or go to our YouTube page. All those links are in the description of the show. I'd love to hear about it. Tell me everything. In the meantime, thanks again for watching and listening. I'm Hoyt Christopher. I'll see you tomorrow.